Welcome to another edition of Brian's Big Idea. I'm Brian Bolin, and I've got three tech stocks that we're going to take a look at. And then we're going to talk about one of the great services here at Zacks, and it's run by yours truly. It's Home Run Investor. All right, so why don't we just jump right into it? We've got a lot going on. Unisys is the stock that I want to take a look at. Unisys, UIS is the ticker. It's a Zacks rank number one. That's a strong buy. A for value, B for growth. My aggressive growth videos, I want to have a solid, growth score and a weaker value score that tells me I'm on the right path. This is a small cap at only $336 million in market cap. And why I'm looking at this one is because, we had a big dip from March into February into March, then hanging out, dipping a little bit after Liberation Day. But a recent beat has things turning up, and there's a good chance that this stock runs back up to that $7 range. But what is going to need to happen for that to happen? So what we key in on in Home Run Investor is growth. So we're looking for 442 million, 498 million next two quarters. That'll put us just at about 2 billion. That's contraction. And we don't like contraction. We like growth. We want to see growth coming next year. So I'm going to keep my eye on this stock, but I think there's a good chance that they've been sandbagging and that we could see higher revenues down the road for Unisys. All right, Semtech is another company, a little bit bigger on the market cap side. SMTC is my ticker. It's their ticker, really. It's a Zacks rank 2 buy. A for growth, C for value. So it fits into my value and growth prospects. $3 billion is our market cap. And this one is showing a little bit better. This is a chip stock. So let's take a look at the growth this year. We're going to have 15% growth this year to 1.05 billion. Then at least another 10% next year to 1.15 billion. I prefer to see these numbers next year bigger than this year, because that tells me that growth is accelerating. I don't want to quite call it decelerating, because we're sitting here at the beginning of May. The numbers for next year aren't that clear just yet, but this is definitely one that is on my radar screen. I'm going to put it on yours. That's the idea. And, here's one of our things here that we look at. We're right at about the market multiple here, 20 times and 21 times for the S&P. We like to see that. So Semtech, going to stay on your radar screen. All right. Finally, we're going to look at one stock. This is Rigetti Computing. It is one of these quantum computing names. It's getting a lot of attention today. RGTI. Now, this one is at $10 and it's up 9.6% today. It's at 3, but it could obviously keep moving higher. The idea is that one of its competitors, another stock in the same space, D-Wave Quantum, QBTS, they just reported and they posted 15 million in revenue when 10 million was expected. That is a big beat. So 15 versus 10. That's great. So could we see the same thing? And I think we will. And this stock reports next week, May the 12th. So this one is in the home run portfolio. And here's the reason why, small revenue for this first quarter, but we believe that next quarter will have significantly higher guidance, and that should run the stock even more. 14 million for the full year, 14.5 million. So, and keep in mind, D-Wave did 15 million in this quarter. Here's 38 million for next quarter. So we've got 34.5% jumping up to 160% next year. Both of those numbers could shoot a lot higher. All right. As I said, it is in the Home Run Investor portfolio. And what we do, we look for small caps with big potential. We found a couple big winners here, like InnoData has been a winner. Astronics is a big winner. InSteel is a big recent winner, up 38% in just a little over a month. As you can see, we added that there. Brina Technologies, the non-lethal weapons, and here's RGTI looking at 15%. We bought into that in March, so we're looking for that stock to go like that pretty soon. All right, so with Home Run Investor, not only do you get a complete rundown of all of the 15 stocks in the portfolio, you also get a weekly update as to what's going on in the broader market and the important news in the portfolio. And we try to make at least one new addition every week. That means we cycle out of a name, for the most part, we're taking gains. Sometimes we take losses, but that's what the market does to you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Just make sure your winners are bigger than your losers. All right, that's it for this week. Be sure to join me next time when I have another big idea. But until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo and check out all of our latest promotions.